Hi, Coach Tom Avery here, head pro at the CTW Academy in Naples, Florida. Today's lesson is on how to prevent erratic backhands, so stay tuned. If your backhand is erratic or unpredictable, you scatter the ball, you're not quite sure where the ball is going, okay, the first thing you have to consider is the grip. Many players are holding a continental grip with their backhand. Now, continental grip is great if you're slicing the ball. If you want to slice the ball, continental will work fantastic. I highly recommend it. But when you're trying to drive the ball with some topspin or you're trying to hit the ball hard, continental is not what you want. So you have to learn to turn the grip. And you know, typically continental is right here. That grip there is basically your hammer grip. But you'll see that what happens with that hammer grip, when you swing low to high, the racket's going to be open with a continental grip. So now you have to make an adjustment with your wrist, and you're putting your arm in a very awkward position. This will give you arm problems, as a matter of fact, trying to hit a hard backhand with a continental grip. So what you need to do is learn to turn the grip more. So here I'm on continental, and now I'm going to turn my hand on top of the handle more. So I'm taking the index knuckle and the heel of the hand, and I'm putting them right on top of this flat surface here. Now that's an Eastern backhand. That'll work well for your backhand. Or you could even turn it to what I call a semi-Western backhand. So you even turn it more towards you. You turn the hand towards you, and you're going to think of this flat little bevel here. You're going to put the X and the X on the index knuckle and the heel of the hand. You're going to go from an Eastern, turn it more this way, and notice it closes up the face of the racket. So that makes it easier for you to be vertical and get more topspin. But Eastern works as well. That's another grip, provides great stability and easier for you to be vertical. Let me show you what I mean. In other words, when you have an Eastern or a semi-Western grip and you drop the racket down, as you come up, the racket will naturally be vertical. As long as you swing on a low to high plane, you're going to be vertical here. Now, the hand is on top of the handle, a much more stable position. And if you go even further to a semi-Western, it's almost behind everything, okay? So that's very stable as well. So that's the first thing you have to consider is a grip change. Go to an Eastern or semi-Western, it's going to help. There's another thing you can do. Usually players that have weak backhands, they haven't really, on the one-hander I'm talking here, of course, they haven't developed the extensor muscle. Okay, the extensor muscle is this muscle here, and that's really what keeps the racket firmed up at contact. Okay, so you've got to build that muscle up. So the best way to do that is take an old racket, put a cover on it so you get some wind resistance. This particular racket has some weight on the inside, or you could just put a few tennis balls inside the cover and then just, you know, practice that swing and, you know, firm up a little bit at contact. I'm not saying super tight, but just firm up a little. Because if you hold the racket too tight, I don't want you to get tennis elbow, okay? So, you know, firm up a little, start to build that extensor muscle up, and that's going to help tremendously too. Now, if you're still having problems and you feel like you can't build that muscle up enough, then I suggest you go to try a two-handed backhand. But remember, if you go to a two-handed backhand, make sure that your non-dominant hand, I'm right-handed, but if I were to hit a two-handed backhand, my left hand is going to be doing more of the work. That's the first thing you have to realize right from the start, and then you'll be able to develop a good two-hander. See my other videos on the two-handed backhand. I also have a backhand course for free, and also one of the courses on my website. So I hope those tips helped you, and I'll just demo a few backhands in slow motion and show you the advantages of the proper grip. The key is make sure you have the right grip.
Okay, here, watching slow motion, how important that grip is. You can see right there that the hitting hand is on top of the handle, which makes it much more stable, and the racket is coming into the hitting zone now vertical. That's what you want. The proper grip really helps you be vertical at contact. Okay, here you can really see the importance of having the correct grip, because on this particular shot I have to hit the ball at chest high, a very difficult shot for some players with a one-handed backhand. So as I come into the hitting zone, you'll see the hand right there is on top, the hitting arm is extended. And remember this, the higher you're contacting the ball, if the ball's up around chest high or shoulder high on the backhand, it's even more important to have at least an Eastern grip, if not semi-Western. Notice how the non-hitting hand goes in the opposite direction here on the finish.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Remember, make sure you've got the right grip, either an Eastern or a semi-Western backhand grip, and then just swing from the shoulder and let it go. Let it fly. You know, that's one of the other keys to a good backhand, is being relaxed and loose. Also, build up that extensor muscle. That's going to help as well. So please subscribe to the channel. Post any comments or questions below. I'll do my best to get back to you. If you want my free serve, backhand, or forehand courses, they're over here to your right, or check the description box below. All the best and happy backhands. Take care.